Say it with me, folks. Say it with me. Miami Dolphins are now, that's right, 9-3 with a commanding lead in the AFC East. They are now clearly one of the top teams in the AFC. If that wasn't the case prior to Week 13, it certainly is the case now. After defeating the Washington Commanders 45-15, the Dolphins at 9-3 now have a 3-game lead on the 6-6 Buffalo Bills in the AFC East. Sports Snippets Dennis Sullivan. I want to talk about this game against the Washington Commanders. Before I do get into this and share some overall thoughts with you as well, if you do like the content of this particular video, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe as well to my channel. That would be 100%, actually 105%. Awesome. So let's get into this, guys. Not much of a game. I understand Washington is certainly struggling for what appears to be a number of different reasons. I will say this as a huge plus and a huge just uplifting piece of information to share with you that I've picked up on, and you have probably as well, I would imagine. Since Jalen Ramsey has joined this defense in the starting lineup and has returned to action, this is just a better defense. It's just a better defense, as you'd think it would be. Of course, then in Week 12, we lose Jalen Phillips, but then Ginkle comes in and plays phenomenal in the first half against Washington. You can give him player of the game if you want. He was phenomenal, including that interception of the screen pass for a touchdown. He was phenomenal. 45-15, everyone was clicking. Overall, this was perhaps the best effort for the Dolphins this 2023 regular season. And of course, there's the critics, you know, and the thing is, you would think that we were New England or something, winning all these Super Bowls with all the critics, you know, they can't beat good teams, you know, and all this other stuff. I mean, yes, 2 of the 3 losses for the Dolphins were against teams with winning records, actually the 2 Super Bowl teams of last year. There's no denying that. And the loss to Buffalo is 500 as of this video anyway. But just to touch on that real quick, this is just my opinion with you guys on this one. I think that the defense for the Dolphins, from what I noticed, grew up a little bit, if not a lot, or somewhere in between, in that game against the Eagles that we lost on Sunday Night Football, I believe it was. It was definitely a night game. I think that was a Sunday night game. Because I must admit, I was going into that game saying to myself, oh no, they're going to run for like 240 yards as a team, maybe even more. They're going to just run it all over us. And it really wasn't the case. And the Dolphins did not get pushed around like I really thought they kind of were going to. And they didn't. It's almost like they toughened up in that game. They really did. And since that game, the defense has been playing much better. Even in the loss to Kansas City. Kansas City just drove right down opening drive, scored a touchdown, and then after that, one other offensive touchdown the whole game? So I just wanted to share that with you. And the defense certainly played well on Sunday afternoon. Tua played good. I liked it. I liked his performance. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 280 yards. What's not to like about that? Mike White even got in through a pass for 3 yards. How about that? Sam Howell, who was having a very good year statistically for the Commanders, struggled. 12 of 23, 127 yards, an interception, no touchdowns. And Terry McLaurin, who arguably is their best receiver, or at least one of their best receivers, does not even catch a pass, ladies and gentlemen. He was targeted 3 times. No receptions. Achane was back and looking strong. 17 carries, 73 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Raheem Mostert continues with another rushing touchdown and 43 yards on the ground, 11 carries. Jeff Wilson Jr., 11 yards, 4 carries. Tyreek Hill, credited with minus 4 yards, rushing on 2 carries. The Commanders really didn't do a bad job running the football. They only scored 15 points. You'd think maybe they should have tried running it a little more, if anything, because Brian Robinson had 53 yards, but only on 7 carries. Antonio Gibson, 35 yards, 10 carries. Then you had Chris Rodriguez Jr., 29 yards on 7 carries. That's over 4 yards a carry. And Sam Howell, the quarterback, 21 yards on the ground, 2 rushing touchdowns. The star of this game was none other than Tyreek Hill, which you realize is on pace to break the single-season receiving yardage record. That is up in the air as of now. I know they play one more game now. But let's just tune in and just kind of watch that week by week, just kind of keep tabs on that. He had another 157-yard game. And he was wide open on these receptions, on these touchdown receptions. I mean, just wide open. 157 yards, 5 receptions, 2 touchdown receptions. Jalen Waddle, 52 yards, 5 receptions. He had a drop pass. I mean, he's only human. Achane out of the backfield, 3 catches, 30 yards. Julian Hill, 2 for 23. River Craycraft, 2 for 16. You know I have to give you guys the breakdown. I always do this. It's just the way I like to do it, guys. Mostert out of the backfield, 1 for 8. Mostert, Mostert was 1 reception, 8 yards. Alec Ingold had a reception for minus 3 yards. So the Dolphin offense, compared to last year, is clearly more balanced. They run the ball way better. The offensive line is performing much better than last year. Not even close. And last year was a 9-8 wildcard team. Okay, I mean, positive steps were taken. The team made the playoffs, lost the first round against Buffalo. But when you pick up a Jalen Ramsey, you're basically saying, guess what, fans? Guess what, team? Guess what, other teams? We are here to win now. We are here to win now. Chris Samuel, 4 catches, 65 yards. Antonio Gibson, 4 for 37. Dotson. Okay, Jabbar Dotson. I'm trying to say, that's 2 for 23. I'm sorry, guys. And Cole Turner had a catch for 2 yards. No one caught a touchdown for the Commanders, guys. And who do we have here? Okay, we have Miami Brown had a catch, but he didn't have any yardage, guys. I didn't notice that one. Huh. Okay, so to look at that just to make sure. He had a reception, but was not credited with any yards, at least on the stat sheet I have here. Was not credited with any yardage. So I just wanted to throw that in for you guys. Dolphins dominated this play in this game. They really did. They just played very well. So it's Tennessee Monday night, the 11th of December. What else can I tell you? A win on Monday night means the Dolphins are now, would be, potentially 10-3 if they win on Monday Night Football. But let's just take it 1 week at a time. 9-3. This whole thing about, and let me end the video by saying this. This whole thing with, the Dolphins, they're beating teams with losing records and all this other stuff. All the Dolphins really should be caring about, and I'm sure do care about right now, is just winning as many games as possible and trying to get better each week. Okay, this is not college football. Nothing against college football, but it's not like they're voting the Dolphins into the playoffs. Maybe that would be a bad thing. Thank goodness, right? But no, this is the NFL. So it's wins and losses, and who gets in, you got to be the top 7. You got to be in the top 7 in the AFC to get in the playoffs. It's that simple. Pretty sure the Dolphins will be one of the top 7 teams. I would hope one of the top 3. I think that's realistic, especially at this point. So let me know what you think. I will speak to you again soon, guys. Go Dolphins. Nice win on Sunday. Bye for now.